Lotus Cup Europe, of course, is sponsored by some fantastic sponsors, and Evo is one of those from Elise Shop. Now, can you tell us a little bit about your sponsorship deal?
Yeah, I can. Elise Shop is a specialist company who do parts for modern Lotus cars. So apart from supporting the racing community, what we really want to see is what goes on with our parts, and we want to see it happening live. So we get a lot of feedback from the race series, which we can use in development of new products.
Fantastic. Now, what draws you particularly to the Lotus Cup Europe? Obviously the big grids and the fantastic races as well.
Absolutely, and it's a very nice atmosphere. A lot of different nationalities, a lot of different people, and it's just a very good thing to be there.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for talking to us.
Welcome.
We're back on the grid for the start of race 2. Now, the challenges the drivers face will be different from race 1. With a standing start, the question remains, can Jeremy Lorenko get the start that he got in race 1? And can John Walker hold off Gregory Rass? Now, further down the grid in production class, Jason McNulty is hoping his birthday wish will come true and he'll take a win from John.
So it's the same grid for race 2, just a standing start this time round. And it's Jonathan Walker in the white Exige V6 car who has made a great start. He leads into turn 1 from Gregory Rass, and then it's race 1 winner Jeremy Lorenko slotting through into 3rd place. Xavier Georges has come off worst of it. He has been demoted down into 4th. He looks back to the inside of Lorenko as they head into turn 2. Meanwhile, we're in the thick of the production class battle in car with Sven Pettersson. Already you can catch a glimpse of John Rass, who has got a jump at the front of the production class, though Jason McNulty is doing what he can to challenge Rass in these early stages. It's also Janos Sant we see in the first of the yellow cars. Meanwhile, at the front of the field they arrive into the chicane, and John Walker looking to make amends from race 1 by trying to make good his escape early on. Gregory Rass meanwhile has got his mirrors full of Jeremy Lorenko as they head into Almond-Bucht once more, and Walker able to try and build that advantage early on. The rest of them shuffling through in good order. Jean-Baptiste Loops had a good start to the race. He's the foremost of the 211s to go in car with David McAnulty. McAnulty, just that nice solid single turn on the wheel, minimal correction, because what you want to be doing is getting the car to do all the hard work. McAnulty thinks about possibly look to the inside with the car ahead of him. Can't quite take any advantage as Andrew Wright just got caught a little bit, moved to the side of the road, and Wright possibly ailing, going very slowly on towards the pit section. Jenny Prache looks to challenge McAnulty as they jink through the chicane. Here are the race leaders then. John Walker gets waved on by the team. Gregory Rass then in 2nd place as Christophe Lezondre moves around Jean-Baptiste Loop, and that is enough to give Christophe Lezondre 5th place ahead of the 211 class as Walker had a second clear of Rass. Meanwhile, behind some great battles as Thierry Edouard doesn't know which way to look. He's got cars going past him either side. It was Benedek Major who was launching to the inside line. Wasn't entirely successful gain to place, lost one as well. In these early stages, it's often a golden opportunity to really try and gain ground. This is also much better for Xavier Georges. There he is, the sky blue car in 4th place. Now, on several occasions already this year, he has ridden shotgun to Jeremy Lorenko, the pair of them locking out the top 2 places on the podium. The teammates and very good friends have got a fair amount to do if they're going to achieve that in this second race. So Rass again coming back towards John Walker, and I think what Walker is struggling to do is just nail each and every corner with the consistency maybe that he'd really be liking and wanting to try and break clear. What that's doing is now and then just opening the door of fraction for Gregory Rass, giving him the encouragement he needs to try and get back into the mix. There is Sven Pettersson, who will ride in car with now. This is a bumpy ride over the chicane, over the curbs, as now the battle for the lead is well and truly joined. Gregory Rass has got a little bit of heat into his tyres. He's now really coming onto terms with John Walker. The pair of them head into another lap on the brakes for the first turn. And of course, as they battle amongst themselves, what it's going to do is bring Jeremy Lorenko into the mix and Xavier Georges. What Walker would really like is maybe for a slight elevation in pace from Jeremy Lorenko. That would just distract Gregory Rass enough to give Walker the chance to ease away. No such joy. There is Yves Kuruman to the fore of his battle with Kai Kederholm. Back in car with Gregory Rass of Lucien Bianchi box, and along behind the pit section on the brakes into the chicane. Lick left, then right. Lorenko now just beginning to shake off Xavier Georges, so we've got a clear group of 3 at the front of the field then. Xavier Georges in 4th, he's in touch, and surely if the leading trio start to engage in battle, he'll be able to get into turns with them fairly rapidly. At the moment, there's been a little bit of ground to make up. There is John Rass, meanwhile, head of the production class. Bendit Major looks to the inside of Jason McAnulty, space for one car at a time through the chicane. They've also got David Harvey in the 340R, looking to try and close up onto their tail. This has been a totally dominant season for John Rass in the production class, and once more it is looking very promising for him. It's looking a lot more challenging though for John Walker as we look back from Walker's car. Gregory Rass well and truly looking to challenge for lead now. The pair of them head along the start and finish straight. Walker is forced to cover the inside line. Rass goes elbow to elbow with him into the first turn. John Walker though lasts the late breakers, able just to keep his nose in front of Gregory Rass. But then Rass looks to the inside into turn 2, and this time surely he's going to go through, but again Walker just that a little bit more committed as he finds the outside traction. In car with Gregory Rass in towards Lucien Bianchi box, and this is where he was able to get clear of John Walker in race 1, but he can't do it this time round. Quick consultation of the mirrors as well for Gregory Rass, just to see where Jeremy Lorenko is. Meanwhile, David Harvey, Bendit Major have gone their way. That's the production class runners. There is the dark and orange car of Jeremy Lorenko, and he is now right onto terms with Gregory Rass as the pair of them are not giving any sort of an opening to John Walker at the front of the field. Absorbing the pressure though at the moment from Gregory Rass, but they've got the best part of some 25 minutes of racing remaining. And that is going to feel like an awfully long time for John Walker. Moves it down through the gears into the next sequence of turns. No change on application from Rass, but it's through the final chicane, so they're approaching now the Jackie X box, which is where Rass is so impressive. And actually this section of circuit is one of the classic texts at any race driving school, and any ARDS course, because the exit speed is so crucial both to the lap time for the existing lap, but also setting up for a good lap the next time around. Rass looking to challenge John Walker into turn 1. He's not quite close enough on this occasion. They then swing on towards Canal Bocht. Meanwhile, plenty more battles to be found throughout the field. Jean-Pierre Prache well clear of Nathalie Prache for the moment, and then we've got David McAnulty, who is looking to make a little bit of progress there on Nicolas Ferrer. It's unusual to see Nicolas Ferrer actually running low down the order. He is normally right up inside the top 10, so possibly he's nursing a little bit of an issue. Headlights ablaze now from John Walker. He's getting in amongst the traffic. The first car he's going to encounter is Andrew Wright, who had those problems early on in the race. More battles lower down the order. There is Dennis van den Sarvel. He is chasing the orange car of Yves Kuruman. That is the fight for 22nd position. Demoted by David McAnulty, who finds the space around the outside. Nicely done. They've got Janos Santa as well, looking to challenge, and Janos Santa able to squeeze past. All the while, though, at the front of the field, it's John Walker who is leading and has been able to take out the front despite the sustained pressure. Slightly less pressure for that man, our production class leader, John Rass, as Gregory Rass once more poised to challenge John Walker, but he's just giving Walker a couple of car lengths breathing space for the moment as Walker heads through the early stages of another lap. Don't forget, this is a 30-minute timed race, and in race 1 we got through some 18 laps. I'm afraid we won't have a safety car, given the conditions are pretty much the same. So we'll be looking to as a race distance in race 2. There was David Harvey. A much stronger race this time around. The lead remains exactly as it was, except to say that it's now Jeremy Lorenko who's possibly just beginning to blink. He has dropped a couple of car lengths back from Gregory Rass, but again, this could all be about the tactical element, just giving each other a little bit of breathing space, a chance to cool everything down and then regroup for another challenge, and that's what Gregory Rass looked like he was lining up to do to John Walker. Meanwhile, Thierry Edouard has got Philip van Pevenegger on his tail. Van Pevenegger having a much better race this time around, and they've got Yves Kureman and Dennis van den Sarvel both beginning to ease up onto their tail. Here is the fight for the lead once more, and again Gregory Rass looking to challenge John Walker as they flick through the chicane. This is where Rass will be looking to try and gain a little bit of ground on Walker. I'm sure he can quite do it on this occasion. Brilliant racing here in the Lotus Cup Europe at Zolder. We will take a short break. Join us in a couple of moments' time as this fight for the lead continues.